Scoring in the first 10 minutes of overtime, then another 10 minutes goes on the clock. Golden goal there. If we play 100 minutes of soccer without determining a winner in the run of play, then a penalty kick shootout would determine the winner of this match. Again, the winner will advance to play at Pelican Rapids, the top seed in the north half of Section 8A. Pelican Rapids was a big winner over Hillcrest Lutheran Academy earlier today, 10-1. That wraps up our Juttner Motors pre-match show. DMAC inviting you to stay tuned. We've got Alexandria Cardinal boys playoff soccer from the Detroit Lakes Rotary Soccer Park after a few words from our Alexandria Cardinal Sports Booster.
If you would please rise if you're able for the singing of our national anthem. The flag is over by the concession stand over there. The anthem will be sung by Annie Hoagland. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. It's turning out to be a very nice evening for Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer in the Section 8A tournament. Alexandria completed its 10-match regular season schedule with 1 victory and 4 draws out of the 10 matches overall. 1-5-4 is the Cardinals' record going into the postseason. Detroit Lakes under veteran head coach Justin Wegleitner stands at 5-4 entering this Section tournament competition. The Lakers are the number 4 seed out of the 8 teams in the north half of Section 8A. Alexandria is seeded number 5. The winner of this match will play at Pelican Rapids on Thursday afternoon. Let's introduce the Alexandria starting 11 for head coach Brandon Johnson. Junior goalkeeper Ryan Mavison will be situated off to our left in this first half of play. Obviously, he'll switch sides and defend the north goal in the second half. The defensemen in front of him include Jager Steele, along with Colin Riley and Tyler Bright. And then working up through the defense midfield area, Captain Jacob Partington on the pitch, along with Thomas Klecker, Miles Sandstead, and Bjorn Karlstad. And then also up front in the midfield to attacking area, Bryce Paffrath, a sophomore. And then in front, sophomore Jack Carlson and senior Lucas Harstead. The Detroit Lakes Lakers will have a sophomore in goal tonight. That is Evan Thomas. He'll be the keeper this evening. The defensive backfield includes senior Sam Murray, along with freshman Gannon Braun. Also, Elijah Blow is a defensive player, along with Anthony DeVito, a sophomore. The midfield area includes Sean St. Clair. He is a junior. Senior Tommy Fritz, a captain for Detroit Lakes, along with Jackson Macho, who is a freshman, and then Austin Miller, another captain for Detroit Lakes in the midfield area. And then up front to attack, Lucas Schwann, a senior, and Jackson Lawrence, also a senior for Detroit Lakes. Alexandria will flow left to right from our vantage point here in this opening half of play. Detroit Lakes gains possession, trying to play it a little deeper toward the attacking third in the Alexandria end. Now the ball comes toward the middle of the field, intended for the Lakers' Lucas Schwann, but now it's cleared over to the far side. Now a challenge along the sideline. The ball goes out, and the Lakers will be awarded the throw-in the Alexandria attacking third. The throw-in comes right on the goalkeeper, Ryan Mavis, and he'll scoop the ball up on a couple of hops, and he'll punt it away. This is a natural grass surface here at the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes. I know the field here that is being used for this playoff match did receive its banks of lights, I want to say about 6 or 7 years ago. The last time the KXOA was here to broadcast a game was when Alexandria prevailed over the Detroit Lakes Lakers in a girls soccer playoff. I want to say that was possibly 4 years ago, back in the 2016 season. Ball gets played up into the midfield third, and the throw-in will be awarded to Alexandria. Dave McClurg letting you know that you are listening to Cardinal boys soccer coverage this evening on People Radio, KXRA, and also on the Voice of Alexandria app. Jacob Partington throws the ball in, and now it's going to be knocked down by one of the Laker players. Detroit Lakes looks to advance it the other way. Jackson Mascio was able to play it over to the right side. Now a race here for possession, and the Lakers have it at the edge of the attacking third. Now playing with the ball in the Alexandria Cardinal end. Pass goes over toward Tommy Fritz, the midfielder for Detroit Lakes, but good challenge here by the Alexandria Cardinals' Miles Sandstead, briefly separating the ball from Fritz. Now it's going to be dribbled ahead by Fritz. Alexandria will look to clear the ball across the far sideline, and we'll have a throw-in for Detroit Lakes. We are in the opening moments of the match. Minute number 3 is underway. I need to look up and over my right shoulder to get a look at the clock, as we do have 40 minutes in each of the two halves of regulation. The Lakers tried a crossing pass, and it got sent off the Alexandria Cardinals. So the Lakers are going to get the first corner kick of the match. And it will be inserted in the right corner, the far corner from our perspective. Tommy Fritz will trigger it in. He sends it high, and it comes across to the near side. It eludes everybody. Now the Cardinals will look to play it out, and the clearing pass attempt actually got deflected across the end line by a Laker player, so the goal kick will be awarded to the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, Alexandria, 1 win in the regular season. That came at Fergus Falls. 4 ties, and interesting to note, 3 of the 4 draws were 1-1. The other was 2-2 at St. Cloud Apollo. When the Cardinals do score a goal, they do not lose a game. Alexandria was 1-0-4 when scoring this year. The 5 losses were all by shutout. Now a long ball up ahead into the Laker end. The Cardinals try to put on some pressure, but Detroit Lakes will clear the ball across the near sideline, and then it's going to be played off an Alexandria player. Throw in here for the Lakers. Trying to get a touch pass is Austin Miller to one of his teammates. And now Alexandria gains control. Here's a crossing attempt by Harstead. Now coming in front, Jack Carlson trying to get to the ball, and the goalkeeper is able to reach out in front, and now it's going to be kept in. Here's a shot by Riley, and that's going to go wide left of the goal, and we'll have a goal kick coming up now for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Early on in this match, we get our game underway under mostly cloudy skies here in the Detroit Lakes area. Temperature at game time around 58 degrees. Corner kick is awarded to the Alexandria Cardinals here, so the ball was deflected by Detroit Lakes across the end line. It's bent in, header shot in the goal! And the Cardinals score first in Detroit Lakes. Beautiful set piece there by the Alexandria Cardinals, and the finish for the sophomore Jack Carlson in minute number 5. And the Alexandria Cardinals break on top, 1-0 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. So a nice crossing attempt, and Alexandria gets the score. Jack Carlson with the tally on the header shot in minute number 5. So the visitors get on the board, and I said it at the outset, when the Cardinals score, they don't lose. So if Detroit Lakes is going to prevail, That means the Lakers are going to have to get at least one goal during regulation play, and then possibly more either in overtime or get this into a PK shootout. One goal will not be enough to win this match unless you're the Alexandria Cardinals. Now the ball played into the Alexandria end, right at the edge of the attacking third. The Cardinals clear it out. Now a ball gets sent over across the far side. Another throw-in coming up for the, looks like Alexandria will be awarded the throw-in here. And it's going to be thrown in along the far side. Detroit Lakes trying to bottle up one of the Cardinal players, and now it's going to be poked away. Trying to defend Bryce Pathrath here, and now one of the Cardinal defenders is able to clear it up the left sideline. Detroit Lakes able to keep it in briefly, but then it goes off the foot of a Laker player, and Alexandria will be awarded the throw-in. Jack Carlson getting the goal off the corner kick moments ago. The header shot by Carlson following that corner has given Alexandria the 1-goal advantage in Detroit Lakes. Again, the winner of this contest will play at Pelican Rapids Thursday afternoon. Long ball up the left side. The Cardinals looking to pursue here, and we've got a ball right along the goal line, and the Lakers will gain control. They'll try to play it up their right sideline, and the ball is going to be played right along the sideline, and the Lakers will pass it into the midfield third. Trying to gain control here for Detroit Lakes is Captain Austin Miller. 1-0 Alexandria on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in Section 8A boys playoff soccer. After trying to bother one of the midfielders for Detroit Lakes, now the ball played back the other way out to midfield. We're going to take a break of our own here. 7th minute of the match underway. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in Section 8A boys playoff soccer. It's Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes, no score.
Let's go, Shane! Let's go! Hey, you're good. Hey, that was good. That was good. Look. Get back. Flex, get back.
Welcome back to the action at the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Along with our studio engineer, Ben Roberts, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Offside was called on the Alexandria Cardinals, so the Lakers will get a free kick here. Elijah Blow will take this free kick right near the midfield stripe, so roughly 60 yards away from the Alexandria goal. He bends it high in the middle of the field. It's going to be bounced in the air, and a header shot attempt, and Ryan Mavison will come out to scoop the ball up. Not necessarily a shot on goal there, but Mavison is able to gain the possession, then punt it away. Now Jack Carlson coming back into the other end. He's got the ball, but I think we're going to have a foul called on the Cardinals. Detroit Lakes will gain possession. No foul, it's just going to be a throw-in. Evidently the ball last touched by, nope, it will be a free kick here for Detroit Lakes. So the Lakers will take this free kick in their own end of the field. It's played up the right sideline. Ball knocked up in the air, now a touchdown, and I think we're going to have another foul on the Cardinals and another free kick coming here for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. The Lakers come into this playoff match at 5-4 on the year. One reason why Justin Wegleitner's team is hosting this section tournament match. Now the ball into the middle of the field, but good job by the Cardinals to clear it away. Long ball comes up the right side. Tracking it down is Colin Riley for Alexandria. He's got it on the dribble. He'll now send it, swinging it over toward Lucas Harstead. Now a challenge, and the ball will be off the end line and out of bounds. I think we're going to have a, are we going to get a foul called here? Or possibly a corner kick for Alexandria. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick for the Alexandria Cardinals. Not a corner kick, but the ball is just maybe a yard or a couple of yards off the goal line. So this is almost like a corner kick, but maybe about 20 feet closer to the middle of the field. And the corner kick will be bent right around the goal and out of play. So the goal kick now coming up for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes no score. We're now into minute number 11 of our soccer match here in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. This is D-Mac, Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. Tomorrow night we'll have Alexandria Cardinal girls soccer playoff action. The Cardinals will be at home to welcome Pelican Rapids in the Section 8 tournament at 7 o'clock. Ball up to the midfield area. Now the Lakers look to take over. Here's Jackson Lawrence feeding up the left side, trying to connect with his teammate Musco, and it's out of bounds off him. Throw in for Alexandria. There's a crossing pass by Thomas Klecker. Now a race for the ball, and it's going to be played by Detroit Lakes, and we're going to have a foul called. Evidently a little too aggressive play on Alexandria. Free kick coming up for the Lakers on their own side of the field. Free kick will be coming probably about 10 yards or so away from the penalty box area. And it's going to be played up into the midfield area. Now taking over here for the Lakers is Lucas Schwann, one of the seniors for Detroit Lakes. He's going to send it back now to his teammate Austin Miller. Lakers trying to work some short passes. Schwann has it, but nice tackle here, and Alexandria separates the Laker player from the ball. Long ball goes a little too far for Colin Riley. It comes back to the goalkeeper for the Detroit Lakes Lakers, Evan Thomas, and he'll clear it to the left side. Now it's going to be played here. Here's a race for the ball. Klecker will try a crossing attempt. A shot. Nice save by the goalkeeper here. Now Klecker turns around and tries to take a shot. And stoppage here. So Cardinals buzzing there, getting a shot on goal. And then the ball, I believe, went across the end line off a deflection. Last touch by Alexandria, so a goal kick coming up for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. So the sophomore goalkeeper, Evan Thomas, had to make his biggest save here early in this half. He's already yielded the goal to the Cardinals' Jack Carlson in the 5th minute. Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes no score. Playing with State brings you our scoreboard updates. Here's a pass going through. Colin Riley has it, and I think we're going to have offside called on the Alexandria Cardinals. Players just got a little bit too far ahead in advance, and it will be a free kick here for Detroit Lakes.
I'll tell you when to stop it.
Again, this is a win or go home match.
The stop button.
The Lakers and the Cardinals did during the regular season. Ball comes through toward the goalkeeper, Ryan Mavison, and he will take it and look to punt it away. The wind really not much of a factor at all. I'm noticing the sticks right at midfield here are hardly moving. Now the ball comes up. Klecker trying to track it down for Alexandria along the near sideline. He'll send it to Lucas Harstead. Now to Riley. Riley down along the goal line. Crossing attempt in traffic. Here's a shot knocked away by Detroit Lakes. Now it's going to be played back out to the midfield area. The Lakers look to get into transition. Jackson Lawrence with the ball, trying to feed ahead now to Lucas Schwann. He's being marked by the Cardinals' Jager Steele. And now the Lakers will work on the right side using his speed. He's going to send one through, but then it's going to be cleared away. Bjorn Karlstead will play it over to the left side. Now it's back up into the midfield area. 1-0 Alexandria with the advantage here in the first half of play. Now the Lakers look to play it deep. The Cardinals will send it over toward the far side, and it's going to be kept in play by Detroit Lakes. Now the Lakers' Tommy Fritz was trying to play a crossing pass in front, and it got cleared away by Alexandria back into the midfield area. We're now into the 15th minute of the match. Alexandria up by a goal on the road. There's a clearing pass away for the goalkeeper, Evan Thomas, but now Alexandria looks to go on the attack in the Lakers' end. Nice separation. Lucas Harstead getting a possession of the ball, taking it away from a Detroit Lakes player. Now Harstead trying to control it along the near sideline, and it's going to be played out. And I think we're going to have a stoppage here. Let's see if the looks like the Lakers are awarded the throw-in. And now the ball played up the near side, but it's going to be taken here by Klecker. Playing it back now to Steele. Then over to Tyler Bright. Bright will play it over to Bryce Paffrath on the left side, and he's challenging a Laker player. The Detroit Lakes player, Lucas Schwann, stumbled. Now the ball will go out of bounds. Let's take another break. We're in the first half in Section 8A Boys Playoff Soccer on KXRA and on the Voice of Alexandria app. On the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, the Alexandria Cardinals lead at Detroit Lakes 1-0.
Watch up, guys. Watch the break. It's yours, Party.
Jack Carlson goal following an Alexandria corner kick has the visiting Alexandria Cardinals on the board. 1-0 the scores. We're now into minute number 16 of this match. After a foul on Alexandria, here's a free kick launched by Captain Austin Miller into the middle of the field, and it's going to be cleared away by Jager Steele. Now it's going to be kept in by Detroit Lakes at the edge of the attacking third. Anthony DeVito trying to drop the pass off. Now it gets intercepted and played back into the midfield area. Trying to track it down. Here's DeVito along the near side. And it's going to be played out. Throw in for Alexandria. Now we'll have our first substitution of the night as Holden Hansen will come in for the Alexandria Cardinals. He'll replace Colin Riley.
Good job, Colin.
The nice thing about broadcasting here, we're in the great outdoors, so nature's press box, but the Alexandria bench is down below us and off to the right, or off to the left. The Detroit Lakers bench is down below us off to our right. So we're able to see the players come in as they'll check in right near the midfield stripe. Now a long ball, and I think we had offside being called on Alexandria. We'll have a couple of more players entering now for the Cardinals as Tyler Zimmerman will check in. And Samuel Peterson also set to come in when they are given the opportunity to do so by the officiating crew here. 2 ladies and 1 gentleman making up our officials here tonight in Detroit Lakes. Now the ball out in the midfield area. Carlson battling a Detroit Lakes player for possession, and it will be awarded to Detroit Lakes. And the throw-in will come in. Or nope, it's going to be a free kick rather. No throw-in. Free kick here, and it will be Elijah Blow who will take the free kick, playing it up the right sideline, and then it's tapped out. Now a possession for Alexandria, and this allows both Zimmerman and also Peterson to come in. Looks like Colin Riley will be re-entering for the Alexandria Cardinals. Thomas Klecker will be one of the players checking out. Miles Sandstead will also leave for Alexandria. Riley yet to check back in. He will go in at the next opportunity to do so, and that might be right now, and it will be. And Riley is going to spell Lucas Harstead. Alexandria leading 1-0, scoring in the 5th minute of the match. We've played nearly half of the opening half of play here in Detroit Lakes at the Rotary Soccer Park. The winner of this match will play in Pelican Rapids on Thursday afternoon. Pelican Rapids was a big winner over Hillcrest earlier today, 10-1 in another opening round match in the north half of Section 8A. Cardinals will swing the ball. It goes a little bit wide, but nice job of tracking it down by Sam Peterson. Got the ball off his foot. He couldn't quite keep it in play. Throw-in coming up for Detroit Lakes, and then a challenge, and ball knocked out. And this time Peterson will trigger it in for the Cardinals, trying to connect with Holden Hansen at the edge of the penalty box area. Now Detroit Lakes has a defender back, and Holden Hansen trying to bother that Laker player, and the ball will be awarded a free kick as a foul got called on the Alexandria Cardinals. So free kick coming deep in the Detroit Lakes end, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nearly bounced up to our broadcasting area here. Jacob Partington will trigger it in for Alexandria. It's the Cardinals 1, the Detroit Lakes Lakers no score in Section 8A Boys Playoff Soccer. Minute number 20 is underway here in Detroit Lakes. Throw in from Jacob Partington. He connects with Jager Steele. Steele controlling it along the sideline, and then he tried to get a crossing pass, and it ends up being deflected out by the Detroit Lakes Lakers across the end line, and the Cardinals are going to be awarded a corner kick here. It comes over toward Peterson. Now a shot by Riley. Save made. And now the ball will be scooped by the goalkeeper, Evan Thomas. Unofficially, second save of the night for Evan Thomas. Now a race the other way. The Lakers have a defender back and a rolling save here for Ryan Mavison on the shot on the ground by Lucas Schwann for Detroit Lakes. The Lakers' best scoring chance of the night so far. Now a long ball the other way. Colin Riley trying to track it down. Riley takes the shot, rolls it just wide right of the goal. That could have given Alexandria a 2-0 lead. So quality scoring chances back and forth for the two teams here. And Detroit Lakes will be awarded the goal kick. And it will not be the goalkeeper taking this kick. I know Elijah Blow has been taking some of the free kicks for the Detroit Lakes Lakers previously. Ball played up into the midfield third. Jager Steele will keep it in the Detroit Lakes end. Now to Sam Peterson, then it comes to Riley. Crossing attempt, knocked down, and it's going to be saved here by the goalkeeper, Evan Thomas. Detroit Lakes will be making a couple of player substitutions momentarily. Senior Parker Davis will be coming in for the Lakers, and another player also checking in. I believe that's Alec Colasingham. Cardinals trying to keep the ball in the Lakers' end. Pass by Jager Steele goes a little bit behind the player he was trying to connect with there, that being the Cardinals' Sam Peterson. We'll have a throw-in coming up here for Detroit Lakes. We now have less than 19 minutes to go until halftime. 22nd minute of our match underway. It's Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes no score. Jack Carlson scored on a header shot following a Cardinal corner kick in the fifth. Now a long ball up the right side, but it will be cleared out of bounds by Bjorn Karlstad. And we'll have a throw-in for Detroit Lakes right at the edge of the midfield third in the Alexandria end. Now the Lakers will try to play it to the middle of the field. And on the dribble right now for Detroit Lakes, Tommy Fritz. Fritz being hounded by an Alexandria defender. Now the pass goes across, and looks like a foul is going to be called just outside of the penalty box area. Jacob Partington was battling Jackson Lawrence for possession. This will be a free kick for Detroit Lakes, less than 2 yards outside of the penalty box area. Thank goodness the foul occurred where it did. It was 2 yards, 3 yards closer, then the Lakers would have gotten a penalty kick. Now here's a crossing attempt, and the ball gets batted around off a Laker player, now cleared away by Alexandria. The Lakers will try to put some pressure on, but Alexandria defends very well and keeps the ball wide. Now it comes into the middle of the field, and the Lakers will try to play it in front, and now we've got a ball that gets knocked around, and it's going to be cleared away by Alexandria back into the midfield third. Now Detroit Lakes looking to regroup. It is 1-0 Alexandria as we are a little more than midway through this first half at Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes. This is DMAC, Dave McClurg, happy to have you listening in. Ball goes out of bounds. The Lakers will be awarded a throw-in here. Long ball comes through, and the Lakers tried a crossing attempt, and I believe, did that get touched? Nope, it's going to be off Alexandria. The Lakers are going to be awarded a corner kick here. And this will come from the right corner on the far side. I think it'll be Fritz to put this corner kick in play. Second corner of the night for Detroit Lakes. It's bent into the middle of the field and plucked out of the air by the goalkeeper, Ryan Mavison. So he did not allow Detroit Lakes to get a shot off. The ball gets rolled away. Colin Riley sends a through ball, and now trying to track it down, Jack Carlson. One defender back there as well. Carlson tried to bump that defender. Now the ball cleared over to the far side. Holden Hansen also racing the other way for Alexandria. The Lakers will regroup and now play it up into the midfield third. Now we're going to have a stoppage, foul called on Alexandria. Let's take a break here. 25th minute of the match is underway. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in section 8A. It's Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes, no score. Welcome back to Detroit Lakes Rotary Soccer Park. After the free kick, Alexandria initially cleared it over to the far side, but then a crossing pass led to a shot right on goal, and Ryan Mavison was able to make the save. Now Alexandria's Colin Riley brings it into the Lakers' end, and the ball will be slid out of bounds. I believe last touch by Detroit Lakes. So this should mean corner kick number 3 for the Alexandria Cardinals here in this first half of play. Alexandria in front 1-0 on a Jack Carlson goal in minute number 5. That goal was set up by a corner kick. That came from the opposite side. This one is from the near side. Colin Riley will send it on the turf, and now it's going to be cleared over to the far sideline by Detroit Lakes. And I believe we'll have the players coming in. Alexandria will bring Jackson Yonke in. And then you've got also coming back in Lucas Harstead, Thomas Clacker, and Miles Sandstead. Jacob Hardington will check out. Looks like a bit of rest time for Tyler Zimmerman. And also Sam Peterson will check out for the Cardinals. And Jack Carlson will head to the bench for Alexandria. Throw-in for Alexandria. It gets headed in the air by a Detroit Lakes player. Knocked down by Jager Steele. Steele with it in the middle of the field. He'll send it to a teammate, and the shot by Miles Sandstead goes a little bit wide of the goal. Now down along the goal line, and we've got a crossing pass, and I believe that went off a Detroit Lakes player across the end line, and the Cardinals are going to get a corner kick. This will be the 4th corner of the first half, and the Cardinals scored off a corner kick early on. Corner kick knocked up in the air, played along the end line, and I believe the Cardinals will be awarded yet another corner kick. Let's see if this one might have a little altitude here. I'm frankly blocked out of the vision of the right corner of the field here. And now it comes in front, it gets knocked down. Now trying to take a shot here is Harstead. And again, it got cleared across the end line by Detroit Lakes. So Alexandria, in rather quick fashion, will get yet another corner kick. This one coming from the right corner. Cardinals looking to build on a 1-0 lead. We're now into minute number 28 of this first half. And the corner kick comes on a line, played into the middle of the field. Knocked down now, a shot by Holden Hansen goes into traffic. Lakers trying to clear it away, and it will be tipped back to the edge of the midfield third. Now another shot comes through on the goalkeeper. That was Bryce Paffrath taking that shot, and the save made by the Detroit Lakes keeper, Evan Thomas. Now the ball comes up into the midfield area. Taking it here is Avery Young, now getting some time on the pitch for Justin Wegleitner's Detroit Lakes Lakers, coming into the postseason at 5-4. Alexandria just 1 win in 10 outings, but keep in mind, half of the Cardinals' decisions were defeats, the other half were wins or draws. 4 ties to go along with the 1 win for Alexandria during the regular season. Ball played in the midfield area by Detroit Lakes. Now a pass right side by Caden Reed. That goes over. Long ball now, and Bryce Paffrath will end up sending it across the end line, and the Detroit Lakes Lakers are going to be awarded a corner kick here. This will be the 3rd corner of the match for the Lakers. It comes in minute number 29 of this opening half. Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes no score. Corner kick from the right side, bent high up in the air, knocked down, and now trying to get a shot off, and it's going to be cleared away in front. I think Steele was able to clear it away. Now the ball caroming around. Here's a shot attempt, and that will be blasted over the net off the foot of Avery Young. And we'll have a goal kick coming up now for the Alexandria Cardinals. Detroit Lakes will make a substitution. Blake Scotland, a senior, is now onto the pitch for the Lakers. Ryan Mavison will take this goal kick for Alexandria. Cardinals up by 1 on a Jack Carlson header shot in the 5th minute of the match. Now the ball played into the midfield third. The Cardinals trying to advance it further from our left to right. Lakers keeping it on the Cardinals side of the field. Now a challenge for possession here. Crossing attempt goes to Avery Young. Young trying to deliver a pass up ahead. That got knocked around, played along the far sideline by the Alexandria Cardinals. Now a long ball, and this one will elude everybody. I think Alexandria will be awarded the throw-in deep in the Cardinals' end. Yeah, thank you. So throw-in coming up here for Alexandria in the 31st minute of the match. Now the ball intercepted here. The Lakers gain possession, looking for that crossing attempt, but a nice clear here by Paffrath. He'll send it over across the far sideline. Throw-in now in the midfield area for Detroit Lakes. 1-0 Alexandria on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. We are in the first half here at Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Now we're going to have a stoppage, foul called, and a free kick coming up for the Alexandria Cardinals on their own side of the field. Jack Carlson and Jacob Hardington will re-enter when given the opportunity to do so by the officials. This free kick will come from the edge of the midfield third on the Alexandria side of the field. Free kick by the Cardinals, knocked down by Detroit Lakes, then played further ahead here by Miles Samstead. Now the ball goes out. Let's take a break. We are in the 32nd minute of the opening half in Section 8A Boys Playoff Soccer. On the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard on KXRA, it remains Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes, no score. Ben, just a little FYI, we'll have about 8 minutes now until halftime, so if you need a quick break or whatever, I'll keep it here the rest of the half. Alexandria plays the ball into the Detroit Lakes end. The Cardinals' Jack Carlson trying to pass it to his teammate here, Thomas Klecker. And the ball knocked out by the Lakers. Throw in for Alexandria. Carlson trying to take the shot, rolls it through, and it's going to go just a little bit right of the goal. And we'll have a goal kick coming up for Detroit Lakes. Carlson scored the Alexandria goal. A header shot set up beautifully from a corner kick in the left corner. That was in the 5th minute of this match. Justin Wegleitner, the head coach of the Detroit Lakes Lakers, will make a couple of substitutions. Austin Miller and Tommy Fritz, two of the captains for the Lakers, are back in for Detroit Lakes. The Lakers 1/500 going into the postseason here at 5-4. These teams did not play each other during the 2020 regular season. Goal kick headed up in the air. Now a challenge for possession, and it will be Miller getting to the ball. He'll send it back to one of his defensive backfield mates, and now a long ball up the right side. Forces Alexandria to scramble. Tyler Bright trying to get to the ball here. Now the Lakers will go with a surge here, and Detroit Lakes has I believe it's Miller trying to make that crossing pass. He's being bothered. Now a shot through, and the ball knocked away by Mavison, but Detroit Lakes will keep it in play. Support pass comes back, and now the Lakers will try to redirect Sam Murray into the middle of the field. Now it's played over to the far side, and Jacob Hardington unable to clear it. It's going to be tracked down by Fritz in the left corner. Tommy Fritz handling it for the Lakers. Now it's going to be poked away off of Hardington. Throw-in coming up for Detroit Lakes. We're now into minute number 35 of this opening half. Under 6 to go until intermission. Alexandria 1, Detroit Lakes no score. Here's a crossing pass. Then the header shot is going to be wide of the target. Ryan Mavison comes along the goal line to make the save. He'll punt it away. It's a high punt. Takes a bounce on the grass surface. Now a header pass ahead. Here's Colin Riley getting open on the dribble right side. Riley down along the goal line. He looks to cross in front. A short shot knocked down by the keeper here, Evan Thomas, for Detroit Lakes. I guess you could consider that a shot on goal, as Colin Riley is trying to deliver it with a tough angle toward the net. Now a long ball by Detroit Lakes, and it's going to be played out of bounds. Bjorn Karlstead clearing it over across the near sideline, and the Lakers will throw it in. Again, the winner of this game will keep its season going, playing on Thursday at Pelican Rapids. Crossing attempt, and Mavison comes out, tracks the ball down, and keeps Detroit Lakes from getting a shot off. Nice punt by Mavison, played out into the midfield area. Here's Colin Riley challenging a player. It looked like he might have been bumped up around the eye. He seems to be favoring his eyes right now, and Riley's going and kneeling down on the turf. I think he may have been poked in the eye. It looks like he's going to stay in, but now the ball played to the defensive backfield. Here's Bjorn Karlstedt. He'll play it up ahead into the direction of Klecker, and then it's played out of bounds by Detroit Lakes. Throwing coming up for the Alexandria Cardinals. Jacob Partington will trigger it in. And it comes toward Riley. Riley at the edge of the penalty box, and Detroit Lakes will clear the ball over toward the near side, and I believe it's out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up for Alexandria. Throw-in comes toward Jager Steele. Steele will send one through. It got deflected away by Detroit Lakes. Now another shot attempt, and that one I believe got cleared across the end line by the Lakers, and that should mean corner kick number 7 in this opening half for the Alexandria Cardinals. I think it'll be Miles Sandstead looking to go take the corner kick for Alexandria over in the left corner. And this will be the 7th corner kick attempt. The Cardinals were able to score off a corner kick in the early minutes of this game. Sandstead with one on the turf, knocked away by Detroit Lakes over to the far sideline. Knocked down here by the Alexandria Cardinals Jackson Yankees. Now it comes to Sandstead. His crossing attempt. Oh, it's just over the goal, across the mouth of the goal, and it's going to roll across the end line. I don't believe the officials are going to rule that the Lakers did get the touch on the ball, so Alexandria will be awarded a corner kick here. And I think this one's going to come from the right corner here in minute number 38 of this opening half. Cardinals up by 1, looking to double the advantage. Here's one on the turf, and now it's going to be played back to the one who brought the corner kick in. Header shot in front by Harstead, knocked away, another shot, and this one is, I believe, over the crossbar, off the top of the netting, over the crossbar, and a goal kick will be coming up here for Detroit Lakes. So Lucas Harstead had a couple of really good chances in front for the Alexandria Cardinals to try to build on that lead. Now the goal kick by Detroit Lakes, played over to the left side by Sam Murray, now intercepted. Here's a crossing attempt by the Cardinals, Harstead, and it rolls on toward the keeper Thomas, and he'll scoop it up and punt the ball away. Now it's out near the midfield area. Jager Steele getting the ball over to one of his teammates. Now the crossing attempt comes into the direction of Klecker. Now a battle for possession here. Jacob Partington gets it. Nice footwork on the dribble. Now another nice dribble by Partington. And now to Klecker. Klecker down along the goal line, and he tried a crossing attempt. Detroit Lakes throw it across the end line. Now Alexandria will get yet another corner kick, the 9th in this opening half for Alexandria. Again, corner kicks are potentially scoring opportunities. Here's a corner kick, again cleared away by Detroit Lakes. Kept onside. Now a crossing attempt, again cleared away by the Lakers, this time over toward the sideline. But now it's going to be Klecker working along the side of the net. Here's a shot, knocked up in the air, and Thomas is able to make the save. Thomas Klecker trying a crossing attempt, and it got batted up in the air, and Evan Thomas had to make the save. That ball was popped up and will be considered another shot on goal. Now the ball caroling back the other way. Cardinals trying to gain possession right along the goal line. Here's a crossing. It's going to give Alexandria a 2-0 lead. That ball tracked down, and I think it was Jack Carlson again along the left side from a difficult angle, and he goes top right shelf corner in minute number 40 of this opening half, and the Alexandria Cardinals now have a 2-0 lead. Oh my, a timely score there for Alexandria's Jack Carlson, his 2nd goal of the contest, and Alexandria's doubled the advantage. So now we know that the winner in this match is going to have at least 2 goals in regulation play. Detroit Lakes with a surge back the other way, and now we're going to have a stoppage, a foul in the penalty box, And this is going to result in a penalty kick for Detroit Lakes. Jacob Partington was battling a Detroit Lakes player down along the goal line in the penalty box area, and the foul got called. So the Lakers are awarded a penalty kick with just about 20 seconds remaining in the half. The PK will be taken here by Austin Miller. Can this give the Lakers some momentum? He'll try to get Detroit Lakes on the board. It is a 2-0 lead for Alexandria late in the first half. Miller approaches, takes the shot, and he shot it too high. He kicked it over the crossbar and out of play. Oh my! Momentum stifled for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. They cannot convert on the PK. Sometimes that happens. You've got so much adrenaline knowing you get an opportunity to go one-on-one with the keeper, and then the ball goes away. And the horn sounds ending this first half at the Detroit Lakes Rotary Soccer Park. Great finish for the Alexandria Cardinals. Frankly, the visitors dodged a bullet in the closing moments when Detroit Lakes was unable to convert on a penalty kick. So we've reached halftime here at the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes. We've got the Eldon's Fresh Foods halftime report on the way next. Through 40 minutes of regulation play in this opening round match of the Section 8A tournament, your score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in boys soccer has Alexandria leading Detroit Lakes 2-0. Well, you know, the Cardinals are playing like they want to extend their season here. So. Now, there's no school on Thursday and Friday because of MEA break this week, isn't there? Yeah, I think Pelican Rapids, they played their match earlier this afternoon, so I'm guessing should the Cardinals be there, it would be an afternoon game. So.
Oh.
There's no lights there.
Afternoon game on a Friday.
All right, great.
Isn't it Thursday?
It's on. Oh yeah, it's on Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh dang it! That means I don't have a single free. Unmute it. Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm all confused.
Looks so much greener. Seriously. Hey Haley, do you want to change it to half two?
How do I, Sean? Stay on it. There you go.
I was gonna do that.
Somebody on 11. 11. Somebody make the corner run. Oh, it's you.
The Alexandria Cardinals begin possession of the ball in the second half, but then Detroit Lakes quickly brings it back into the Alexandria end and looks to maintain control and try to get that first goal of the night. There's a pass down into the right corner, and the Lakers tried a crossing attempt, and that's going to be played to the middle of the field, trying to knock the ball down, but it gets behind one of the players, Sam Murray. Murray will try to track it down along the far side for Detroit Lakes. Lakers would like to get something going, and Detroit Lakes down by 2 scores early in half number 2. Again, if we do go through 80 minutes of regulation play tied, we would have overtime, potentially up to 2 10-minute overtimes with a golden goal or a sudden death / sudden victory score deciding the outcome of the game, meaning that we don't play the full 10 minutes and then potentially second 10 minutes of overtime. Right now, the Alexandria Cardinals have the lead. Overtime's the last thing on their minds right now. I think Detroit Lakes would be the team more intent on trying to get this game level and then try to go from there, but in order to do that, they need to score first. Ball in the midfield third, and the Lakers will take over. Crossing attempt got intercepted. Ryan Sandstead tracks it down. He's going to send a pass over the left side to Bryce Camprath up the left side. Crossing midfield. Camprath will now go with the crossing attempt. That went off a Laker player. Now to be taken here by Detroit Lakes' Austin Miller. Long ball comes through, and Ryan Mavison will scoop it up before a shot can be taken by the midfielder Tommy Fritz. All punted away. Again, the wind very much not a factor at all. It really is a nice night to be outdoors. Sandstead feeding a ball ahead. Colin Riley trying to shake a defender. Now a challenge here by that defender, and Riley got tripped up, and the ball's going to be cleared out. Are they going to get the foul on the Lakers? If it does occur, then it should mean a penalty kick for Alexandria, because the foul occurred in the penalty box. And that's what's going to happen. A PK for Alexandria here in minute number 43. And boy, this would be golden if the Alexandria Cardinals can convert. It'll be a one-on-one opportunity, and it looks like it will be Jack Carlson to take this penalty kick. He approaches the ball, and he rolls it into the back of the net. He's got the hat trick tonight for Alexandria, and it's 3-0 for the Cardinals. Jack Carlson converts on the penalty kick, and Alexandria is sitting pretty right now early in this second half of play. So the Cardinals score on a set piece, a penalty kick for Jack Carlson to increase the visitors' lead.
I should have told you.
So Carlson has now scored in the 5th minute, the 40th minute, and now on a penalty kick in the 43rd minute. And it's 3-0 Alexandria. Here comes Detroit Lakes with possession.
You probably don't need to do that comment thing just because there's a scoreboard.
Now on the dribble here is Lucas Schwann. He'll send it back to one of his teammates. Detroit Lakes is probably going to be playing with a sense of urgency now. Really not being able to convert right before the end of the half. The Lakers missed on a penalty kick. The Cardinals' Jack Carlson just converted on a penalty kick. Foul on the Lakers, and we're going to have a free kick for Alexandria on the Cardinals side of the field. Alexandria now flowing right to left from our vantage point here in the second half of play. And the free kick will be coming up, but not before Detroit Lakes will bring a substitution in. Sophomore Avery Young now back onto the pitch for the Lakers. Free kick here by the Alexandria Cardinals. Plays pass down up the left sideline. Challenging forward is Carlson, battling Detroit Lakes, Sean St. Clair for possession. And the foul is going to be called on the Lakers down below us off to our left. Miles Sandstead will now take the free kick, maybe a couple of yards off the near sideline, about 35 yards away from the goal. It comes in, and now the ball cleared over across into the left corner, and I believe the Lakers will send it out of bounds on the near side. Alexandria will be awarded the throw-in deep in the Detroit Lakes end. The Cardinals up by 3 in a Section 8A boys soccer playoff. Win or go home. Ball down along the goal line, and I believe it will be last touch by the Cardinals' Jack Carlson. Detroit Lakes will be awarded the goal kick. So the goal kick coming up for the Lakers. Lead up into the midfield third. Now Detroit Lakes will look to take over. But the pass gets intercepted by Jager Steele. Now it's going to be redirected here by Detroit Lakes. Jacob Partington looks to challenge Detroit Lakes. Jackson Lawrence for possession. Those two kind of going mano-a-mano along the far side here. Being able to separate the ball away, but now his pass gets intercepted. The Lakers trying to maintain control. Now it's Tommy Fritz handling it. He's going to send a long ball up the left side. Now it's not handled cleanly by one of the Laker players. Now the ball gets poked away. Detroit Lakes trying to recover it. And here is Jackson Masho, a freshman, playing the ball over to teammate Lucas Schwan. Comes to the right side. Now the crossing attempt, and the Lakers having issues trying to keep the ball in play, and I believe it went off a Laker player out of bounds, and a goal kick will be coming up. Alexandria will make some player substitutions. Holden Hansen will come in. Taryn Peterson is also in, and Elijah Vanderveer will be coming in for the Alexandria Cardinals. So some additional substitutions here for Alexandria. And the goal kick here for Detroit, Alexandria Cardinals comes the other way. Here's Miles Sandstead rolling a shot on the keeper, and Evan Thomas will make the save. That will be the 7th save for Evan Thomas tonight. Cardinals unofficially putting 10 shots on goal compared to 2 for Detroit Lakes. Now the third shot rolls away, and Mavison is able to knock it down, and then one of his teammates comes back. Fortunately, the Cardinals were able to clear that away without the Lakers having another attacker nearby. Vanderveer will come back the other way for the Alexandria Cardinals. He's got it at the edge of the penalty box, trying to separate a player from the ball, and I think the foul is going to be called on Alexandria here. And the free kick will be coming up for Detroit Lakes. We're now into the 47th minute of the match. Under 34 remains in this second half. Alexandria in front 3-0 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. You're listening to broadcast coverage on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 and 105.7 FM, and we're also online through the Voice of Alexandria app. Ben Roberts is our engineer back at the studio. I'm Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. Detroit Lakes awarded a free kick after a Cardinal foul, and now the ball played back up toward the midfield third. long ball here by Miles Sanstead got knocked down. Now he'll roll it up the left side and try to chase after it. The Lakers do have a couple of defenders back, and now here is Tommy Fritz gaining possession on the dribble for Detroit Lakes. Fritz trying to shake one player, and now the ball got poked away. Nice reversal by Miles Sanstead. He'll flip the ball ahead, and now a challenge here, trying to get to it. Holden Hansen, who just checked in a short time ago, and Detroit Lakes will clear the ball over toward the far side, kept in. Here's a shot attempt by the Cardinals, and it will go wide of the goal. And we'll have a goal kick coming up here for Detroit Lakes. Looks like Jackson Yankee will re-enter for the Alexandria Cardinals, and Detroit Lakes will bring Alec Colasingham back in. Jacob Partington will leave for Alexandria, and checking out for the Detroit Lakes Lakers is Gannon Braun. Now Alexandria makes another substitution, Tyler Zimmerman back in. We're going to have a goal kick here for Detroit Lakes, played back into the midfield area. Now the Lakers trying to transition into an offensive thrust. Handling it here for the Lakers is one of the captains, Austin Miller. Miller trying to get a crossing attempt, but Alexandria keeping Miller wide, and the ball gets played out. And I think we're going to have a throw-in coming up for Detroit Lakes. Now the ball along the near sideline. The Lakers try a crossing attempt. That got broken up. Jackson Jager Steele trying to battle for it here, and now a nice clear away by the Alexandria Cardinals, as it's going to be played up ahead by Jackson Yankee. Alexandria 3, Detroit Lakes no score. We're now into minute number 50 of tonight's match. Ball goes out. We're going to have a throw-in for Alexandria. The Cardinals will bring Peter Sanstead onto the pitch, and he will spell one of his teammates. I believe it's going to be Thomas Klecker checking out. And also, Alex Gressick will be coming in a little while for Alexandria.
Right, but what's
Long ball ahead, and here is Taryn Peterson trying to track it down, and the ball rolls toward the keeper, Evan Thomas will scoop it up. And now Thomas will punt it away. Ball up into the midfield third, and Detroit Lakes has one of its attackers going up the left side. I think that's Lucas Schwann. He's challenged by a Cardinal player, and it gets redirected back a little further upfield. Now Steele trying to track it down, and he ended up being tripped and sent to the turf. Let's take a break here. We're now into minute number 51 of the match. Glenwood State Bank School Board in Section 8A, boys playoff soccer. The Alexandria Cardinals lead at Detroit Lakes, 3-0.
Nice win, Tyler. Yeah, Tyler, far side, Tyler. Yep. Great run, Tyler.
Stand. Watch the man.
Welcome back to the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Along with our studio engineer, Ben Roberts, I am D-Mac and Dave McClurk with the play-by-play. Alexandria up by 3 goals in a must-win game to start the Section 8A tournament. Colin Riley will re-enter for the Alexandria Cardinals, and he'll spell the senior Jager Steele. Looks like Detroit Lakes will make a player substitution as well, as Caden Reap will be coming in to see some time on the pitch. Throw in for Detroit Lakes at the edge of the attacking third in the Alexandria end. Reap is going to send the ball over toward the right sideline. Taking it now is Jackson Lawrence. Lawrence tried a crossing attempt, but now he's bothered by the Cardinals down along the sideline, and the ball gets cleared across the sideline. Throwing for Detroit Lakes. Lakers probably need to score the next goal if they hope to get a little momentum. They don't have the momentum right now.
Let's go!
It's 3-0 Alexandria. The Cardinals are up by 2 goals at the break. Again, this is a must-win situation for both of these teams. Pelican Rapids gets the winner on Thursday afternoon. Now the ball ball gets rolled out of bounds on the near sideline. Detroit Lakes will be awarded the throw-in. The Lakers and head coach Justin Wegleitner will bring Blake Scowland, a senior midfielder, back in. And the throw-in will be awarded here to Detroit Lakes in the 53rd minute of the match. We have under 28 to go in the second half. Now, battle for possession, and the Cardinals' Tyler Bright will clear the ball away. Now it's up toward Elijah Vanderveer, who's now in. Now he'll feed it ahead to Taryn Peterson. Now over to the right side and a race the other way. And then now a crossing attempt trying to connect with Vanderveer. And it's going to be cleared by Detroit Lakes back to the midfield area. Bryce Paffrath will look to track it down. Ball's tipped off his foot, and it's going to be a throw-in for Detroit Lakes. And the midfield third. And the Lakers, Jackson Lawrence will trigger it in. Detroit Lakes down by 3. Not desperation time yet, but you got to feel that the Lakers are playing with a sense of urgency now, having been held off the scoreboard for more than 50 minutes of this match. We have less than 30 to go, and Alexandria's got the 3-goal advantage. Keep the season going. Now in the backfield, Bjorn Karlstead plays it up. Through ball comes ahead, and this one will roll wide right. And Mavison will scoop the ball up. Mavison has made a trio of saves here in tonight's match. Cardinals unofficially with 10 shots on goal compared to 3 for Detroit Lakes. Foul called on the Lakers up near the midfield stripe, so the Alexandria Cardinals will be awarded a free kick here. Colin Riley will take this free kick about 55 yards or so away from the Detroit Lakes goal. Sends it long, and this one's going to go wide right. Oh, and it's tipped off the keeper, Evan Thomas's fingertips. If he would have let that go without touching it, it would have been a goal kick, but now Alexandria is going to be awarded the corner kick. So that's a big break there for Alexandria, allowing the Cardinals to try to score off the corner. Let's see if the Cardinals can take full advantage. That would be the case if we get a 4th goal here. Corner from the right side, bent in. Header shot by Vanderveer, and it's in! It's going to be a goal for Alexandria, and the Cardinals take a full lead. Elijah Vanderveer with a header shot comes away from the goal and and the Alexandria Cardinals add to their advantage here in the second half of play. This goal will come in minute number 55 of the match. Elijah Vanderveer becomes the first player other than Jack Carlson to score tonight. And things are looking very, very good for the Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer team, now up by a 4-0 score, with the opportunity to have a chance to play at Pelican Rapids Thursday afternoon. If Alexandria is involved in that match, we'll have broadcast coverage here on KXRA Radio and on the Voice of Alexandria app. All cleared out by Detroit Lakes on the near side. Throwing coming up. Bryce Paffrath will throw it in. Throwing goes into the direction of Tyler Zimmerman. Now a scramble for possession here. And now the Cardinals try to gain control. Here's Riley feeding it over to the right side toward Peter Sandstead. Now here's a pass that comes through, shot attempt. Nice save here by the keeper, Thomas. And then trying to get the shot off was Vanderveer. And the save will be made. Ball cleared, I believe, across the far sideline. And there'll be a throw-in coming up.
Let's go, Vandy, number 2, baby!
For the Alexandria Cardinals. And now the crossing pass got deflected out of bounds by Detroit Lakes. And Alexandria will be awarded a corner kick. Cardinals converted on their last corner kick. Can they do it again? It is 4-0 in favor of the visiting Alexandria Cardinals. This is the highest scoring output for the Cards in a single match this year. It could not come at a better time. Here's a crossing pass that got cleared across the end line by the Lakers. Another corner kick coming up for Alexandria. Now Shot gets bent into the middle of the field. Tipped in front, now cleared away by Detroit Lakes. And we're going to have a handball, I believe, called on Alexandria. Let's take a break here. We're approaching the midpoint of the second half. And right now, the Alexandria Cardinals in control of the match. On the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard on KXRA, it's Alexandria leading at Detroit Lakes 4-0.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's the one down. Hey, let's go, boys! All getting a goal.
We're going in.
Hey, boys, let's go.
Guys,
Let's go.
crisscross together. And, yeah, let's put 25 to dirt.
What? Yeah. Where you going, Tom?
What?
Welcome back to Detroit Lakes Rotary Soccer Park, where the visiting Alexandria Cardinals have played well tonight. And that has worked their way to a 4-0 advantage, hoping to have the chance to face top seed of Pelican Rapids in the next round of the Section 8A tournament on Thursday. Pelican Rapids defeated Hillcrest earlier today, 10-1. Here's a crossing attempt by the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Austin Miller, it got cleared away. Now the ball up into the midfield area. And twice Paffrath was trying to dribble it ahead. We have a foul called, and I believe this is also going to mean a yellow card for Lucas Schwann. And I think, oh, now it's going to be a red card. So he may have gotten a yellow earlier, and Schwann, I believe, with the red card, is now going to be out of the game.
Right.
And I believe that means Alexandria will have a player advantage the rest of the night. Cardinals are going to make some other substitutions here. Getting some younger players along with Captain Jacob Partington in. And now we're going to have the free kick here for the Cardinals' Colin Riley. I'm going to count the number of Laker players on the field. 4, 7, 9, yep, it's 11 on 10. So in essence, the unfortunate scenario for the senior Lucas Schwann for Detroit Lakes, out of frustration, a yellow card came out and then the red card came out. So he may have gotten a yellow earlier in the match, but he is now out. And as a result, the Lakers will play one player down the rest of the night. Alexandria up by a 4-0 score, looking to move on into round number 2. Deep ball is going to go, and it's going to be played along the end line. Now the Cardinals will try to play it up ahead, and it's going to be cleared out. And I think it's going to be last touch by Detroit Lakes. Evidently the possession here for the Alexandria Cardinals in the 59th minute of the match. Ball looped out of bounds, cleared out. Let's take another break here. Second half of Section 8A boys playoff soccer on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria leads at Detroit Lakes 4-0.
Switch. Beauty. Punk Jackson, yup.
Big time. Time. Good. Time.
Welcome back to the Detroit Lakes Rotary Soccer Complex. I am D-Mac and Dave McClurg on the call. Alexandria with 2 goals in each half. Jack Carlson with a hat trick for Alexandria. And the Cards looking good right now. 4-0 over Detroit Lakes. This is the 4-5 matchup with Alexandria being the visiting team as the number 5 seed. Again, the winner will play the Pelican Rapids in the next round of the section tournament on Thursday. If Alexandria is involved in that match Thursday afternoon, KXRA would have broadcast coverage. Now we've got a battle for possession. Detroit Lakes trying to get something going, and the Lakers are going to get a corner kick here. Tommy Fritz was dribbling right along the end line, looking to maybe cross the ball over, and I think he'll now take the corner kick for Detroit Lakes. And the Lakers have had a player disqualified getting a red card, so The Lakers 1 player short the rest of the night.
Turn, time.
Ball comes in, and now it's going to be kept in by Detroit Lakes, but now the Cardinals look to play it up the sideline, and the ball gets deflected. Intended for Tyler Zimmerman, but it will go out, and the throw-in will be coming up for Alexandria. Cardinals will make some other player substitutions. Tyler Zimmerman and Jackson Yankee, along with Peter Sandstead, will be checking out. Miles Sandstead is back in, and Jager Steele also back onto the pitch for the Alexandria Cardinals among the newest substitutions. It is a 4-0 lead for Alexandria, and we're now more than midway through the second half. 62nd minute of our contest is underway. Alexandria won just 1 match in the regular season, but a win here tonight would double the victory total, and more importantly, make Brandon Johnson's Cardinals 1-0 in the playoffs. Here's a crossing attempt. The Cardinals trying to clear it away, and the basket's cleared over to the far side. And now we're going to have a foul called on Detroit Lakes. One of the Laker attackers was trying to get to the ball, and the foul will be called on the Lakers. Seen a lot of whistles tonight, or heard a lot of whistles. Seen action that has been quite physical on the field, and sometimes you do have that in postseason events. The free kick will be coming for the Alexandria Cardinals deep in the Cardinals' end. It looks like the goalkeeper, Ryan Mavison, will take this free kick. He'll play it up toward the middle of the field.
Yes,
now the ball is going to be sent further out here. And now a scoring chance, and it's going to be Evan Thomas who comes away to clear the ball over to the left side. And now it's going to be played back into the midfield third. Lakers down by 4, and they're down 1 player. It's 11 on 10 on the field right now. Although the Lakers 10 players that are out there working their tails off, trying to get some sort of momentum here, trailing by 4 goals.
So terrible.
One of the Alexandria Cardinals scores was earlier this half on a Jack Carlson penalty kick. 2 corner kicks has set up a couple of scores tonight for the Cardinals. Carlson has a hat trick. Elijah Vanderveer with the other score for Alexandria. Now the crossing pass intercepted, and the Cardinals will clear it back into the midfield area. Now the Cards try to track it down, and we're going to have a foul here on Alexandria. Free kick coming up for Detroit Lakes, just shy of the midfield stripe. Jackson Lawrence will send a long ball right side, trying to connect with Austin Miller, and then the ball rolls down toward the goal line, and Ryan Mavison will take the ball here, and he will roll it over to the right side. I think the Cardinals lay it up ahead. Alexandria in control of the match right now, looking very good on the prospects of playing another match in this Section 8A tournament. Again, we'll have 1 section champion, and by the end of next week, that team will go 4-0 to win the section, and that will be the end of the full season. No state soccer tournament for the ladies or the gentlemen this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Long ball comes through, and the Cardinals will play it back. Here's Miles Sandstead trying a crossing pass. That got broken up by the Detroit Lakes Lakers. The Lakers looking to come back the other way. Now it gets redirected by Tyler Wright. Wright trying to feed it now toward Sandstead. Now a shot attempt, and this one comes right on the Detroit Lakes goalkeeper, who ends up making the save. Now 8 saves match for the keeper, Evan Thomas. That will not be enough because he's yielded 4 goals tonight. Now a long ball, and coming back the other way, trying to get a crossing pass is Austin Miller. Fed it out in front. Here's a shot, and it's knocked down. I think that was knocked down by Bjorn Karlstedt, and then the subsequent follow-up shot ends up going wide of the goal. So Bjorn Karlstedt kind of took one for the team there.
Hey, no fly zone, boys!
Detroit Lakes will bring Sam Miller back in, or Sam Murray rather, back in. He is one of the upperclassmen for the Lakers. Barring a miraculous comeback, Detroit Lakes will have its season end on the home field with a final record of 5-5. Lakers down by 4. We are in the 66th minute of the match. Bowen coming up for Detroit Lakes after the free kick angles out of bounds. Now the Lakers try to work it in front. Here's a chance, a shot tipped away by the goalkeeper Matheson. The Cardinals do a nice job clearing the ball across the sideline. And we'll have a throw-in coming up for Detroit Lakes. I think that's one of the subtle things that Alexandria's defensive backfield has done well tonight. Their players have used the sidelines to clear the ball away, whereas Alexandria's attackers have been able to put a little pressure on the Detroit Lakes defenders, where their chances to clear haven't always gone to the sidelines, but rather have gone across the end line. That results in the big disparity in corner kicks attempted tonight, 12 for Alexandria and 4 for Detroit Lakes. It is a 4-0 lead for Alexandria. We are in the second half at the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes. The goal kick here by the Alexandria Cardinals. Detroit Lakes will keep it in the Alexandria end. Here's a header shot up in the air, and the save is going to be made by Matheson, and that will be his 5th on tonight. Now a long ball ahead, and it's going to elude everyone as the Cardinals try to connect with the player on the right side. Now it's going to be sent back, and now the Cardinals will look to surge. Here's a long ball right side along the sideline, and it will be
Good fight, boys!
I think it will be Alexandria with the throw-in here. The Cardinals got the first 3 scores of the night. Sophomore Jack Carlson scored them all, including one on a penalty kick early in the second half. Elijah Vanderveer added the other goal for Alexandria, and the Cardinals are in front 4-0. Here's a crossing attempt, and the Lakers again have issues clearing it away to the sideline. Clearing pass goes across the end line, and Alexandria will get a corner kick. And this corner kick will come from the far corner here in minute number 69 of the match. I don't believe we're going to have overtime tonight. Corner kick comes across the mouth of the goal. Now a challenge along the sideline. Jacob Steele battling for possession, and the Lakers will play it out along the near side, and Steele will throw it in for Alexandria. Cardinals again had just 1 win during the regular season, but 4 of the 10 outcomes were draws. And I said it at the very start of the match, in a contest where Alexandria has scored this year, the Cardinals are 1-0-4. Once this match is done, they should be 2-0-4. All 5 of the defeats during the regular season were losses by shutout. Free kick here for Detroit Lakes as the Lakers try to play it ahead. Now the ball carrying around, and it will go off a Laker player, and the throw-in will be coming up for Alexandria. Now the ball is going to be controlled by Detroit Lakes. Here is Tommy Fritz, one of the captains for the Lakers, playing out now to teammate Avery Young. Young trying to throw the ball, but that got popped up in the air, and the Cardinals will clear it back into the midfield third. Now Riley trying to control it. Now a nice clearing attempt here by Jacob Partington back to the edge of the midfield third on the Detroit Lakes side of the field. Alexandria 4, Detroit Lakes no score in the second half at the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes. Coach Brandon Johnson will make some substitutions before the Alexandria throw-in. It looks like Lucas Harstead will re-enter. Taryn Peterson is back in, and Sam Peterson also back in for Alexandria. Steele will trigger the ball in. It's headed out of bounds, and we'll have another throw-in coming up for the Cardinals. Throwing goes deep. You got it. And Peter Sandstead will track it down in the left corner. Will he get a crossing pass ahead? He does, and it's going to roll right along the goal line and out. And the Lakers will be awarded a goal kick. So barring any dramatic comeback by Detroit Lakes, Alexandria will be playing at Pelican Rapids Thursday afternoon. The field in Pelican Rapids does not have any lights, so it will be an afternoon contest, and KXRA will have the broadcast. Now down along the goal line, here is Sam Peterson challenging a Laker player, and the ball gets cleared across the near sideline, and we'll have a throw-in coming up here in the 71st minute for Alexandria. Cardinals scored just 5 minutes into this match off a corner kick. Jack Carlson scored on a header, and the visitors have been playing in front from since that 5th minute of the match. 2 goals in the first half, 2 more in the second half, and the Cardinals are on their way to a playoff win. Here is John Karlstad playing a long ball up to the edge of the midfield third on the Lakers side of the field. Now it's played back the other way by Detroit Lake. Now taking it here, a long ball comes through, and the keeper comes out. He'll redirect here for Detroit Lakes. Now the ball played into the Alexandria end, but the Lakers unable to keep it in. Throwing by Alexandria comes up now to Sam Peterson, and then the ball got poked out. We're going to take our final break during play-by-play right here. We're late in the second half. Alexandria is on its way to a second season victory at the Detroit Lakes Rotary Soccer Park. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard on KXRA. It is Alexandria 4, Detroit Lakes, no score.
I don't know. I'll find you when I'm just tell you I'm very busy the next 3 weeks because I have a lot of projects.
Step 2. Yep, Jack's there.
But I'm going to work on it. Okay? Oh, yeah.
Peter, come back. Forward. Good fight, Tyler!
The Detroit Lakes Lakers trying to play the ball deep into the Alexandria end, and one of the attackers basically battling for possession of the ball took an Alexandria player down. If this were wrestling, that would have been a 2-point takedown for the Laker athlete, but this is not wrestling, it is soccer. And so the Alexandria Cardinals awarded a free kick. It spins out of bounds on the near side, and we'll have a throw-in coming up here for the Detroit Lakes boys soccer team. Kind of a frustrating night for the homestanding squad. Again, they yielded that goal off a corner kick in the 5th minute of the match, and the Lakers have been playing from behind. I really think a big momentum stifler for Detroit Lakes was the fact that late in the opening half, Austin Miller had the chance to score on a penalty kick with about 15 or 20 seconds to go until halftime, and he sent the PK over the net. And then early in the second half, the Cardinals' Jack Carlson was able to convert on a penalty kick. So the Lakers went 0 for 1 on PKs, the Cardinals 1 for 1 on PKs, and Alexandria's cruising to a victory here in Detroit Lakes tonight. Alexandria will bring some different players back in. Some of the starters back onto the pitch, including Jack Carlson and also Thomas Klecker coming back in. Elijah Vanderveer and Holden Hansen will also re-enter for Alexandria. Again, the Cardinals had just 1 regular season victory in 10 outings. That was a 1-0 victory at Fergus Falls on the first day of October. Basically 11 days later, the Cardinals will double their win total for the season, and more importantly, be 1-0 in the playoffs with the opportunity to challenge the #1 seed in the north subsection of Section 8A this coming Thursday afternoon. Looks like Alexandria is going to be awarded a corner kick here in the 75th minute of the match. 2 of the Cardinals' 4 goals have been scored off corner kicks in tonight's match. Vanderveer's goal was set up by a corner kick. Jack Carlson's first score of the night was also set up by a corner kick. Corner kick, header shot by Vanderveer, got knocked away by Detroit Lakes. Lakers looking to clear the ball out. Trying to handle it here is Parker Davis for Detroit Lakes. It swung over to the left side. Now the Lakers coming back the other way, flowing left to right for the final minutes of this match. Jacob Partington now redirects the pass. It comes up the right sideline. A little too long for the Cardinals to track down. Detroit Lakes will be awarded the throw-in. Don't forget, we've got our Jutner Motors post-match report coming up a little bit later on here in the 8 o'clock hour. I hope to visit with one of the Alexandria Cardinal players to be honored as our Quality Toyota Quality Cardinal athlete of the match. I have a feeling who that might be, but I usually leave it up to the coaches, including head coach Brandon Johnson and the Section 8A Assistant Boys Soccer Coach of the Year, Cale Collins. They'll be among the gentlemen that will make the decision on our Quality Toyota Quality Cardinal athlete, and we'll plan on having the post-match interview here in the great outdoors at Detroit Lakes. By and large, it's been a magnificent night. I wish we could have more nights like this to broadcast fall sports, whether it be soccer or football, during the weeks ahead. I know we have to realize that Mother Nature can be very fickle, so we'll appreciate the opportunities like this when they come. Ball up in the midfield third, it rolls out of bounds. Alexandria will be awarded the throw-in. We have just over 4 minutes remaining in the match. That's what separates Alexandria from a postseason win at Detroit Lakes. The Cardinals up by a score of 4-0. Ball intended for Elijah Vanderveer, cleared away by the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Now taking it is Avery Young. Young looking to send it back to one of his teammates, and now it's going to be sent ahead by Alec Collinsingham. It's going to be played out of bounds off the Cardinals. Throwing coming up for Detroit Lakes. Looks like Parker Davis is going to check back in, and also re-entering for the Lakers is Ryan Pratt. So Justin Wegleitner, the head coach of the Detroit Lakes Lakers, getting a few of his seniors on the pitch for the closing moment of what will turn out to be their 2020 season. The ball gets cleared out of the way and right over our heads.
Yeah.
Throwing for
It was
Detroit
way over me. It
Lakes.
just scared me. I was only looking at that camera.
Are you okay? Are you gonna have a heart attack?
Shoved, and we're going to have a foul called on the Detroit Lakes Lakers. And Alexandria has a player down below us, Alex Gressive, a little bit slow in getting up. He's now up onto his feet, and he's going to walk over to the bench. I don't know if he cramped up there or what the scenario is, but the player substitution is made as Sam Peterson will come back in. And we'll have a free kick coming up here, and I believe it will be the Lakers.
No, they didn't. I don't know what I was saying.
Getting the free kick.
Heart stopped.
Gotta wait
Yep,
for it
it'll
to
be Detroit Lakes as the ball gets dropped, and now play continues on, and challenge along the near sideline here is it was Sam Peterson and Austin Miller who are challenging for possession. Ball rolled across in front of Ryan Mavison off to the left, and the ball gets cleared out. I think the only thing that is to be decided here, will the Cardinal win by a shutout tonight? Long ball comes back the other way. Racing the other way is Holden Hansen rather, and Hansen got, it looks like the foul is going to be called. Hansen was battling Detroit Lakes Sam Murray for possession, and I think the foul is going to be called on the Cardinals. So a free kick here for Detroit Lakes. We have just over 2 minutes remaining. We're about to enter the 79th minute of this match. No overtime will be necessary here at the Rotary Soccer Park in Detroit Lakes tonight. Alexandria is on its way to a win and a chance to play at Pelican Rapids on Thursday in a broadcast that we'll have on KXRA Radio. Pelican Rapids and Alexandria will be playing in the section tournament for a second consecutive year. Last year, as the number 3 seed, the Cardinals knocked the second seeded Pelican Rapids Vikings out of the playoffs. Then Alexandria was defeated at Bemidji. The top-seeded Lumberjacks were able to come out of the north half after that win against Alexandria at Bemidji State University in the section semifinal round. So Brandon Johnson's team, for a second consecutive year, will gain at least one playoff victory. Cardinals went 2-1 in the section tournament last year, finishing in the top 4 in the section. Now we've got an Alexandria player a little bit slow in getting up along the far side. And now that player is back on his feet. Looks like Taryn Peterson and Bryce Paffrath are going to both come back in So the Cardinals will have a couple of players checking out here. One of those will be Holden Hansen.
Bryce, play the 6.
And, player
That was a good
coming
corner,
out
though,
for
wasn't it?
the Cardinals will be Bjorn Karlstedt. Ball deep in the Alexandria end. Here's a crossing attempt by Detroit Lakes. That got knocked away. And now cleared away by Bryce Paffrath, sending it to Taryn Peterson. Now the Lakers keep it in the Alexandria end. Trying to avert the shutout. Shot comes on the goalkeeper, and Ryan Mavison will make the save. Unofficially now a half a dozen saves for Mavison tonight. We are down to the final half minute of this match in Detroit Lakes. Cardinals on their way to win number 2 in 2020, but more importantly 1-0 in the Section 8A tournament. So it'll be Pelican Rapids hosting Alexandria in the second round of the section tournament on Thursday afternoon. Game time will either be 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I'll try to get that confirmed for you in the next day or so. And obviously, whenever game time is, we'll have a pre-match show presented by Jutner Motors a little bit before the match itself. And the horn sounds, and this one is a convincing Alexandria boys soccer victory in Detroit Lakes. The Cardinals, clad in the white jerseys and the white shorts, come off the sideline